Oh god, no. I also need my dice. Fuck.
Watchers don't do, and doers don't watch.
A character sheet.
And we're live. It did catch all of that as the start.
Good.
By the way.
Good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that it did.
Actually, I did. Everything has now been jumped around because Rachel showed up. That's fine.
Nice, Rachel.
It's just better if you guys are lumped as a group of 6 and I'm by myself as the GM.
Showed up. I am supposed to be
Well,
here.
no, just like when you logged in, it shifted cameras.
Gotcha. Good save, bud.
Yeah. Oh, you got an invite. I need to check on that. No. With that, hey everybody. Welcome to, I mean, this is the Big Gay Dice game. Let's be honest. It's Tuesdays. We got the Big Gay Dice game crew as well as several, I mean, technically still new to the channel, even though you've all done session 0 last week. And we're going to be playing Quest RPG. For anyone unfamiliar with it, Mary, can you grab the link for it and drop it in chat for the book? Yep. Quest RPG is a really cool RPG. The entire thing functions off of a D20 when we need to roll it, as well as spending currency called action points that you earn by doing quests and completing story arcs and all of that. It's kind of dangerous, but not like OSR, everyone's going to die dangerous. Just you will get fucked up if you fuck up. Other than that, the link is going into chat because the PDF for it is free. The book itself is gorgeous, but they do offer the rules digitally for free, completely legally. So might as well let people know about it so they can try it out on their own. Now, tonight, we are starting our first adventure. Some of you already know each other. At the very least, 2 of you already know each other. I am also going to be completely honest that all of the prompts for this adventure were generated with ChatGPT because I had writer's block. And then I modified them. But we open with Moon Manor. Moon Manor stands as as a testament to opulence and intrigue. You each received a mysterious invitation, finding yourself gathered at this grand mansion for an extravagant dinner, hosted by the enigmatic Lord Arcturius Moon. When each of you arrived, you were greeted by the butler Sebastian, as he introduced himself as such, and rather old, gaunt-looking gentleman in a suit. Gnarled is the best way to describe most of his features. But he escorted you through a grand entrance and into the opulent dining hall, where, one by one, you each met the other guests. You all have motives to be here. Your goals that each of you chose during session 0. Your invitation specifically stated it offered help in achieving them. Now, before anyone else enters, I will say we all roll a d20 to determine the order in which everyone arrives at the mansion.
First roll.
19.
Wait, Mary, I'm using the dice box you made me, and now it's thematically appropriate.
11.
Ooh, 13.
10.
Mary is 10. Lonnie was 11. Rachel was 13. Ashton, you are muted, so we can't.
10, sorry.
And Nikki, what did you get?
18.
Oh. So, first, we will find Sarah arriving at the door. What form of transportation did you take to come to Moon Manor?
However she got there, the only thing people see is her arriving on foot.
There's just a crash of lightning, and next thing we know, she is there.
Yeah, she came out of somewhere from behind a tree, wherever a tree is.
Oh yes, the manor is of course surrounded by woods. This is a fantasy game.
There was a tree, and now there is Sarah.
Describe how Sarah looks as she comes up to the manor.
Sarah walks up, dark skin. She's got her hood pulled down. She looks like she gives no shits about being there whatsoever, and that she might possibly bite somebody if they talk to her in the wrong way. You can see pointed ears peeking out from beneath slate gray hair. Though the most striking feature about her is her teal blue eyes with flecks of orange around the center.
All right. As you come up to the door, this grand wooden double door covered in carvings, there's these kind of gargoyle-faced knockers on the doors. I know, Rachel, I said knockers. You have to look. I know that face. But with a creaking groan, the door opens, and there's this old, incredibly pale, gaunt man in a suit. Greetings. I'm Sebastian. Do you have an invitation?
Sarah's going to reach into a side pocket and pull out an invitation and sort of flicking it between her fingers and then holding it out politely. She's just going to say, I'm Sarah, and I do have an invitation. This
Very
will be well.
It. He will take it from you. And while holding it, kind of turn and begin walking, leading you through the entranceway to this large dining hall. There's a long table with like silver platters and candelabras and everything on it. It ends in this large kind of maroon leather chair with a massive painting behind him, or behind it, the chair of this tall man with a hound next to him, kind of with his hand curled over it as it's in a sitting position. The next who would have arrived actually quite shortly after you would have been Alistra. So how does Alistra arrive?
I mean, I think Alistra and Zarita would have arrived at the same time, so I can postpone mine until her turn.
Okay. Then the next would be Theo.
I think. Hold on. I don't think I have all the spells up. But if you will allow me some narrative
Yes.
fudging, I think Theo comes out of some kind of teleport or gate or like portal spell. I think out of a tree in like the nearby forest, just like kind of blue, sparkling, starry, golden portal kind of appears on the tree and then turns into a door and it opens. And then a sort of frazzled looking wizard in a dark blue robe with a matching hat that have, as they walk towards the manor, you can sort of see embroidered on the hat and the cape, on the interior of the cape, are golden constellations. And peering over, very bright, curious eyes with large rimmed circle glasses and a mop of curly hair underneath the hat, with water dripping down their nose, kind of pulls out their invitation and looks at it, double checking to make sure that they got the right address, showing it to the little lobster, the little blue lobster sitting on their shoulder. It's like,
clack, clack, clack.
think this is the right place, Bruce?
Clack, 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 clack.
All right. And kind of gingerly like looks for the knocker or
Theo would, but the door, as you're reaching for it, before you can make contact with the knocker, the door begins to creak open.
Oh.
Hello. I am Sebastian.
Good evening. And he goes into a very elaborate wizardly bow. Good evening, Sebastian. My name is Theo Wise Whisper. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And little
Do you
stars kind of
have an
shoot out of
invitation?
their fingers. Yes, I do. Ha! Produces it.
Thank you. And he takes it very dryly, looks at it, and turns and begins walking you down. Now,
And fusses for a second and then realizes that they're supposed to be following and then
Yes.
follows.
Now, Sarah, since it's a gap between a 19 and a 13, you're actually left alone in the dining hall for quite some time if there's anything you want to be doing for about 5 minutes before anyone else comes in. No is a complete sentence around here.
It isn't. No, I think she's just going to be very politely sitting.
After about 5-6 minutes, the door will again open. You see Sebastian, followed by Theo. Quickly, Sebastian leaves, leaving the two of you alone in this room. Awkward silences are about.
Absolutely does the white people nod and does a little kind of silent like a.
Now, next.
But does not say a word, especially if Sarah does not.
And Sarah just sits there and crosses a single leg and
The
looks
friendliness
at Theo.
does not go away. Like he just continues to sit there saying nothing. Like somehow the facade of like.
Sarah will
That's not
offer
right.
like a singular nod, however, and just be like, yes, nod. And continue not saying anything.
So
Yeah, I think after a while, Theo will just pull out a book and just starts like taking notes on the room,
After
showing him to Bruce.
a couple more minutes, Zerida would be arriving, which means I believe Alistra will be arriving as well. Since the two of you are together and part of a traveling circus, I'm going to assume there is a carriage, but it is up to the two of you how you arrive.
I think that seems only suiting, right? Or
Did we
did you have
steal
another
one?
idea? Do we steal? We have a whole caravan. We can't just borrow one for the day. Do we have to steal it? How
guess-
high up are we in this circus?
I mean, if you have a carriage, it's probably yours.
Okay.
I think we have our own carriage, and then on the side it says strong woman, and on the other side it says like talking, the amazing talking bear.
Honestly, I kind of want to say that if it's one of those caravans that has like the cage on the back of it, I'm probably in my bear form just chilling there. And then the second we like pull up and we park, I like stretch out, and as I'm stretching, I kind of just like do the anamorph thing where I just
Aw.
shrink back down to being.
I feel like if it's like a circus carriage where it's painted on the sides and stuff, the back, since it's Elistra and Zaretta, it has to be like amazements from A to Z.
Yes, it does.
I
Amazing.
love my 2 lesbian moms.
Okay, it looks like we're here, I think, unless we got lost. I'm pretty sure we didn't get lost this time.
You hear the distant crack of thunder as a storm is beginning to roll in.
Thank you, God. Is that a sign of not being lost? Is that
You're welcome. 'Cause I have the ability to do cloud call and some magical nature stuff. So you like gesture out about that, and I'm just like, I probably just forgot I had it turned on or something.
That makes sense. Yeah. We're already late, I'm pretty sure. Like we should hurry.
Oh, yeah, that looks like a fancier house that I'm used to seeing just in the middle of the woods, so I have to think we're in the right place.
Fancy house, middle of the woods. No address on. Yeah, that's right.
There's
That
probably
sounds
gonna
right
be
for
like one of those like yard signs where it's just hanging actively saying Moon Manor.
Perfect.
Oh,
I
there's
was gonna say it
sign.
reminds me of those like flip books that you or those pictograph things that you see at the circuses sometimes. Like, oh yeah, it makes sense that this is like those.
I will. Illustra will start skipping up towards the front
Okay.
after
And
locking the carriage door and making sure everything is like tight and secure because she doesn't want anything getting stolen. She doesn't trust people because we're not in the caravan right now. We're not in the circus right now. The circus you can trust. You can trust all the circus people. It's the people outside the circus that are weird.
There's a trustworthy folk of people. It's Carnies.
Exactly.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, I can see if I can use command nature to have one of the trees kind of. I don't know if that would actually be how command nature works, but kind of have one of the trees stand guard kind of thing. But Zareta will be just kind of casually walking behind you, probably like a few steps behind you if you're skipping up.
I mean, yeah, that could work. Or hear me out. I just hit them really hard if they try to break into our stuff.
That works too.
They'll never expect it. They never do. It's hilarious. It's great every time.
All right. As the two of you taking your time, locking up the carriage and everything, by the time you're walking up, the door is already open and a man is standing in the doorway.
Oh, hi.
Hello. I'm Sebastian. Do you
I look at the
have-
note to see if Sebastian's name is on the note.
Not on it. Do you have invitations?
Yeah, but not from a Sebastian.
You are speaking of the Lord of the House, Lord Moon.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I'm the caretaker. Yes.
Zareta kind of like pats around, like she has like a vest on and stuff like that. She pats around and she finds it and she's like, yes, we were invited, I promise.
Very well. And with
Do they pay
another
you well, Sebastian?
with another crack, it begins to rain outside. Do come in.
Zareta will kind of do that moment where she just like lets her face just like turn up towards the rain, and then she realizes she probably shouldn't be soaking wet and starts going in.
She should. What?
I mean, that's a matter of opinion. But with that, it begins raining harder. Sebastian leads the two of you through the entrance hall into a dining room where the awkward silence is palpable.
Oh, this is such a cool place. This looks really nice. She just is talking nonstop. She immediately breaks this.
I feel like you basically like will hear Alestra and I like talking back and forth like as we're approaching the door. So the two of you all of a sudden just go from like awkward silence to like two new guests have arrived and they seem to already know each other.
Y'all say awkward silence. Sarah looks very comfortable with the amount of silence. She is going to perk up seeing more people show up and kind of assess everyone that's in the room.
Sebastian will quickly leave.
I think Theo somehow retreats further into himself as more people get there. Like they're still friendly, but like as the room gets more filled with people, like the anxiety kind of increases and they get a little.
Alestra will go out of her way to introduce herself to every single person, like walk up to them and hold out her hand and go, Alestra, nice to meet you. Like
Theo
full
Wise
stage
Whisper, it's
performance.
very lovely to meet you.
That's a cool name.
Thank you. I picked it myself.
Oh, that's neat. I picked my last name myself.
I don't even have a last name.
You can fix
Hi,
that.
Zareta.
I also
Silence.
offer my hand to Sarah.
I didn't know which one she.
Nobody did.
I didn't
The
know- I
dead
didn't
silence
know
is just so good, though.
I didn't know which one the introduction was going to that time.
This-
That's what-
This
Honestly,
really does feel like a dinner party.
I'm
Mhm.
probably literally just hold up my hand in like the direction of like the people that like the two of you, but like not actually close enough to shake your hand, kind of like not getting
Yeah.
the hint of like why you're doing that, kind of just like, oh yeah, nice to meet you from like across the room.
I'll close the distance and I'll
Yeah.
shake your hand.
Worth remembering, Zareta does have antennae.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think Theo cares.
Oh, no. Just
She
fish
has
out of
antennae,
water is
But
so
I
much
think
better.
clocking the antennae, I think Theo makes sure and it's like Theo Wise Whisper, and this is Briny Bruce, and like introduces the lobster on my shoulder,
This,
who
like,
also has
royal
a pair
blue
of
lobster.
antenna.
Oh, what a cutie. We match.
Clack, 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 clack.
Sarah at that point will stand up and kind of go to where everybody's gathered, give another small nod of her head, and of course, she's very tall. So depending on other players' height, she might just tower just a little bit.
4'11".
Yeah, how tall are you?
Right. She's 5'11", so
You're a foot
Oh.
taller.
Theo is as tall as Sarah is.
oh, that's good. Hooray.
Alestra's looking
Mhm.
up.
Tall
I'm probably
wizard.
like
And tall, gangly wizard energy.
So
Sarah's-
I'm like
this,
5'7", so kind of in the middle there.
this is where we're going to get into some of the mechanics of how Quest works.
What height?
Everyone so far has rolled between 11 and 19. Literally. That is a full success. If you roll between a 6 and a 10, it is a mixed success. Ashton, Mary, we know that Red, as well as Nisa, will be arriving at the same time. The mixed success is it has already started raining and you are arriving in the pouring down rain. How do the two of you arrive? Not necessarily together, but at the same time.
Well, here's the thing, Bobby.
Mhm.
Because I got a mixed success, I don't know if you'll allow this. But I was already in the house.
No, not this house.
You fucker.
Not this
Uh,
house.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get in through the window.
Okay. So, Nisa, as you're coming up on the house, you do see a figure at a side window, but it is
Yeah,
pouring
so,
rain.
Nissa is riding up on like this large white stag. Her hair is like naturally wavy, and so like she just looks like this little, like, if you could ever imagine like the Disney Princess Woodland woman, like that is what she looks like coming in the rain. She doesn't mind it at all. But her hair is definitely wet at this point, but it's starting to do little waves as she kind of comes up and gets off of this stag and just kind of says, "Okay, go into the forest. I don't want you to get too uncomfortable. I'll be back soon." And I just kind of give it a little kiss on the little nose, and I go towards the house. And
I feel like it needs to run away, and somehow, even in the dead of night, there's a rainbow in the direction it runs. Just...
but I head towards. I'll notice the person. "Do you need some help?"
Oh, if I see you, I'm booking it in the other direction. I'll try to find another window.
Roll a d20.
Fantastic. Yeah, that tracks. 6.
6.
That tracks.
You're not going to slip and fall, but as you're running, a side door will open, and a hand will come out very cleanly in like a stop motion. "You may use the front entrance."
I try to walk in through that side entrance. And I just hold out my invitation.
Very well, but I must pick up the other.
I'm just walking in.
Yep. As long as you follow Sebastian, things will be fine.
Wait, he's walking through the house, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So Sebastian will walk, and then the front door will open as you see this man, this old gaunt man in a suit with a very wet woman next to him.
Aren't we all?
Sebastian knows what he does.
"Hi there. I got a letter. I don't want to get it wet.
Yes, I am Sebastian, and you appear to have an invitation.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Nissa."
And your invitation. As he turns back towards Rad, holding a hand out to like hand him the invitation, because before you just like held it out.
Yeah. I'll hand over the invitation, but whatever name was on there, I have like Sharpied out.
That's fine. He leads the two of you as your feet are kind of squishing and squeaking. You're both soaking wet. To the dining hall. Stop making that face every time I say soaking wet, Ashton.
They should not to laugh at knockers. I get to laugh at soaking wet.
All right, sopping wet.
That's worse.
That is somehow worse, Bobby.
You say this like
Just
I'm
say-
not aware, Rachel.
Just say moist and be done with it, man.
Yeah, just go for the easy out.
They come in
I
squelching
can
like
make-
wet pussy. Just move on.
I could make it just so much worse. Positively creamy. But
Oh, I'm not sure I like that.
Like wet mac and cheese.
Don't make me turn the camera off. and mess up your
Macaroni
order
in a
of camera
pot.
thing.
That's a what?
all right. But the door opens. As two more are left in. But now Sebastian does not leave. He just closes the door behind him and stands next to it.
Oh, hey, more people. I'm Alestra. Nice to meet you. And we'll like walk up and introduce.
I'm gonna find the darkest corner and just stand in it.
She will follow you to that darkest corner and offer her hand.
Sarah's gonna pointedly look over at that darkest corner and just shrug and be like, we're all here. We can all see you. I don't know what you're trying to do over there.
Whoa, where'd she go? Did you guys just see a person come through?
I think they're
And then
an
they just
illusionist.
disappeared.
Like
You're
George,
very
the
adorable.
illusionist from the circus.
I just
He-
hold my
he wasn't
finger
very
up to
good
my
with
lips.
his-
Do you
He wasn't
think?
very good with his illusions either, though.
I don't know. I think we should hire them.
We'll see how good they are at illusions.
Okay. I'll keep it in mind.
Red is just Ash. Your character is just standing in the corner, right? You haven't actually like disappeared.
Yeah.
I think Theo is gonna, if I can, is gonna try to do a sense magic on Red to try to see if Red has cast something on Zarita that has made her think that she's disappeared.
Yes. Do you get a roll for sense magic?
It's 0 action points. It just says you get a tingly feeling in your bones whenever you're near a powerful sense source of magic.
Nice. That means it's just automatic.
Exactly.
No.
You kind of get the vibe that Zareta kind of just is playing along. Hopefully.
However,
You
I
think?
will say,
Maybe.
Yeah, I figured you were gonna do some bullshit with that.
for Theo, for your walk here, when you walked along the entrance from the entranceway here, you were getting vibes of magic in this house.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
I think Theo's gonna like try to sidle up as sneakily as he can next to next to Red, and is like, then whispers and is like, "Hi, my name is Theo Wise Whisper. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?"
I'm just gonna hold out my hand.
They take
Dark
it.
is this room? Are there even shadows in the room?
I assume
It's a
Red
very
just-
gothic mansion, so everything's lit
Okay.
by candles, so it's a lot of flickering, moving shadows and stuff.
Good.
There is there's a
I just
very
imagine, like, this
Strahd
being a super
vibe to
bright
this
lit room.
place.
and Red's just standing in this like super well lit corner, just being like,
Do you know that you're not actually standing in a shadow? Okay. Do you want to tell me your name, or are you just gonna shake my hand?
Red shakes her head no, and I would do that too, if I could.
Okay.
I'll just like hold out my hand like I have a small object in my hand, and I'll try to hand you something.
He takes it.
It's just sand.
You will
I
hear
don't
Out, like he kind of holds it for a second, and then they like kind of whip, like take out a small little vial from just like somewhere in their cape, and then like very dexterously like pours the vial, like pours the sand into the vial from their hand, and then wordlessly just like keeps eye contact with you, and then stows it back away somewhere within their cloak.
I give you a proud look.
Sebastian
Bruce, I think we're doing well.
will then say, "The Lord will be arriving shortly. Please take your seats as Lord and Lady Moon present themselves."
real quick question: were we like allowed our weapons in here? Was there like
Yes.
any rules? Okay, cool. Checking. No reason.
Not ominous at all.
Does anyone not sit at the table? I'm staring
No,
at a
I'll sit.
screen of multiple faces, but
I was
those who know
gonna
me
say,
know I am
I was
looking
waiting
directly
for-
at Ashton.
I know. I
I-
was waiting for Ashton to be like, Red is absolutely going to hang from a chandelier.
No, I'm gonna sit down.
All right.
As Red
There's-
joins the table, Sarah's going to be like, nice of you to join us. I'm Sarah.
I
Hand.
reach into my pocket and grab something else. I hold it out.
Sarah's going to take whatever it is.
It's just more sand.
She's going to look at it for a second before just kind of like flicking her hand and doing a Salt Bay move.
Yeah.
You do not know where it comes from, but you start hearing this low organ music playing. And after a couple minutes, from a set of doors on the opposite side of the room from where all of you
Lester does
came
start
through,
dancing to the music, by the way. She's
just like swaying
dancing.
or get yeah.
She's just like dancing in her chair.
The doors open, and out comes a man who is quite tall, even compared to those here. He is about 6'10".
Oh fuck.
Oh,
His skin is an alabaster white with long elvish ears that almost hook back on themselves, making like crescent moons at the sides of his head. In an incredibly tightly tailored, showing just how narrow his frame is, almost as if Jack Skellington were wearing a skin suit. In this, yeah, we'll make it purple suit with yellow ruffles in the front and yellow accents on the cuffs, and a purple top hat pushing the height of the top hat to easily 7 feet.
I think if he makes a very grand entrance, Zarado would kind of like abruptly stand up and like bow like halfway and then see that no one else is doing that and then sit back down.
Also, we have with this kind of out, we have to give him a cane.
yeah, this Willy Wonka ass
I was about
motherfucker. He needs to enter doing a somersault, Bobby.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
He's not going to enter doing a somersault because he will also be followed by what could be presumed as Lady Moon. A woman.
So he's not also going to say good morning, starshine. The earth
Yeah.
says hello.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Okay, that's fine.
he's more Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. He's not Willy Wonka.
That's fair. That's fair.
he's kind of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory meets Nosferatu.
Yes, I got that.
What we didn't see was when the organ was playing, he was just in the back straightening his hair.
There is no hair.
Ooh, he straightened it off.
But
It's that YouTube video where the person is straightening their hair and then it
it just comes off. No, but followed with him, presumably Lady Moon, is a woman in all purple, about average height, about 5'5". And in all purple, she's actually, it appears she's wearing like a dark purple dress, but she's wearing a hat with like a lace veil that goes like a good foot below her neck in all directions of this like deep dark purple lace, completely concealing any sign of what her hair looks like, what her face looks like. Wearing purple gloves. No signs of her skin are shown.
Sarah's gonna let out like a low whistle to herself and be like, damn, now that's a look I absolutely need to cop sometime.
The gloves have to also be purple lace, like to match the veil.
Is it bad that I was trying to see if I had a wind spell to see if I could just blow up the veil and see what she's trying to hide?
I was going to give Arcturus Moon golden eyes, but I do think little round gold glasses, like gold lensed glasses,
Good.
are much better. However, that would mean his eyes are solid black.
Like no whites at all, or just like
No
the
whites
center
at
part
all.
is black?
It is like a black orb. You cannot tell what direction he's looking in at any given time.
Nice.
Okay.
As he comes in, he will first go to one end of the table while he pulls out a chair for Lady Moon to sit, and he very gingerly slides the chair back in. And he goes to the other far end of the table in front of the portrait of this man who, while tall and kind of lanky, does not appear nearly as otherworldly as the man before you. But he goes and sits. His legs are so long. He crosses one leg up over his knee, and you can actually see like the tailored leather shoe, the toes peeking up over because his legs are just so long. They're bent up. It appears most of you made it.
Oh, there were more?
Well, we cast a rather large net just in case, but 6 shall suffice. Greetings. I am Lord Arcturius Moon. This is my wife, as he gestures across this long table, and without making a word, like you can see the veil shift as she's swinging from side to side as she raises a single hand and like slowly waves and puts it back down. I have had several of my associates scour the land. I swear to God, if someone says golden tickets.
I'm trying not to.
Because
I'm
I
trying
just
to be a
realized, I'm
good
like, why didn't I just
boy.
lean into Willy Wonka? This
We
would have
were
been a
all
fun
behaving.
fucking
You're the one who
adventure.
keeps pointing it out, being very good.
Like, we're all thinking about it.
I
but none
will
of us are saying
derail
it.
myself in a second. You will find this out, Amy. But I'll say,
I'm
scoured,
here. You don't have to.
scoured the land. It's not you and Moss at the same time, at least.
God,
I love
yeah.
you, Moss. Fucking poor Nikki. But I have had my associates scour the land looking for those who may be capable of assisting me in my needs. If successful, I will be able to assist each and every one of you with yours.
Are we talking like partnership here? Are we talking like you don't even have your name on the thing or anything, right? Just like
For you, I believe funds would more than suffice.
funds do make a circus go. So
And
does
he
fun.
goes, and he takes these like golden these golden tinted glasses, and he pulls them out. He pulls out this yellow handkerchief, and he rubs them as if cleaning the lenses, and you hear a ting ting. And as he pulls his hand away, there's 2 gold coins the exact size of the lenses in it, and he puts it back on and places them on the table. I cannot hear you.
Because I'm muted. That's a fancy trick. Are you an illusionist too?
I am something far more lucrative.
Probably above a circus.
Not
But if you
all
ever
of
need a
you-
secondary job,
Not all of you have such easy needs, but that is fine. I am willing to accommodate whatever needs you desire, so long as you are able to retrieve something for me. This is my family home. Beneath it is an item I need gained. It was left with my ancestors for protection. However, I have need of it. And sadly, due to the agreement of my ancestors, I am not permitted to retrieve it. No moon shall enter the room it is in. So if the 6 of you can find the keys to the lower, not cellar, to the lower vault, and retrieve a necklace for me and my dear wife, I will reward you handsomely.
I think Zoraida will kind of like be like kind of like antsy in her seat. And I'm assuming Alestra would probably be sitting next to her, and she kind of like leans over and she's like, he wants us to just go to the basement and get him a necklace.
Not so simple, shapeshifter. You need access to the vault. I do believe everything necessary is within this home. I do not reside here, but it has gone untouched for some time.
Don't worry, I
When
can
you
break down any door.
when you say rewarded handsomely, what exactly do you mean? If we're making a contract, we should know the terms.
Well, Wise Whisper, is it? For you, I can provide a great deal of arcane knowledge. My personal library contains texts that no other sorcerer has seen in a millennia.
Whew.
I would be glad to gift you one. Now, does anyone else have any questions? Does anyone refuse? He begins like bouncing the foot that's on his knee, looking.
Who cursed you? Why can't you enter the room?
My family was tasked with guarding the item. So we are to protect the location. Part of that agreement was that we may not have the item for ourselves. Blood magic will run generations.
So if you can't have it for yourself, can we even give it to you?
I cannot retrieve it. However, if I were to fail in protecting the item, the deal will have been forfeit. I will lose certain luxuries, but I am willing to make that sacrifice.
So, if we're retrieving this necklace for you, it's your job to keep it safe. Should we expect some fire and brimstone from you since you failed to protect it? Is there some additional unseen consequences that might happen from us taking this necklace?
I had my people go and fetch those capable of many different situations and hungry enough to accept an offer. I did not merely go and gather commoners to walk into a room. I do not reside in this house because the item that it stores has tainted it. That magic over generations may have caused many unforeseen consequences. But as for me, as long as you follow an agreement, we will have no quarrel. I did not make the agreement to protect the item. I am merely bound by its rules.
So, long story short, is we do this for you, and we each get what we want.
You will get
as
aid
different.
in what you want.
Semantics.
Coin, knowledge. But yes.
We get aid in what we want, and you get what you want. Simple enough, right?
Exactly.
Because you can't get it for yourself.
Precisely.
Seems simple enough to me.
It appears.
So how would you be able to help get me to the stars? If you can't get a necklace, how can you help me get to the stars?
Because the necklace does not reside in the stars, child. It resides in a vault that I specifically am not allowed to enter.
Yes, and I can just easily walk into the vault, but I can't walk up to the stars.
Yes.
So
you may not be able to. But as I said, my library holds many arcane secrets, including realms beyond this where stars shine brighter than you could imagine.
And the magic to help me do it?
Magic is merely knowledge.
Not really one for studying, but...
But you see, I have already given you aid. You are in the room of someone who also seeks magical knowledge and is very much one for study.
I was going to say, my eyes probably like flicker to Theo, literally, as I said, like, I'm not much for studying, but like...
I did not intend...
Yeah, I think Theo, when you say, like, the second you said of, like, go to the stars, I think Theo is just, like, deeply invested in what the hell that means. And so it's kind of looking at you anyways. And so when you look back at them, kind of, like, looks away.
I did not have my invitations going to those who I believed would take the item and kill the rest of you. You all, for reasons you see and may not yet, are quite compatible for my needs, and maybe even your own.
Hopefully that wide net you cast is not quite so wide that our skills are too the same. Because it would really, really not do us well. If we
No,
all
it's
have
fine.
the
We
same
made sure that
attributes.
didn't overlap in character creation.
Character creation.
What?
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 Who?
Fourth wall, who?
Sarah,
1,000-yard stare. Who?
Sarah, I am retrieving an item, and you are one of the greatest trackers my people could find. Zarida, I am not sure of what dangers you all will face, but your ability to take the form of many beasts, including that great talking bear, may be proven useful. Also, given your situation, as he gestures towards the antennae, I can also trust that you will not turn into a mouse and scurry away with us not realizing it. Alistra, while also friends with a shapeshifter, and your connection between the two of you was a benefit in the decision, you are underestimated by many, if not almost all around you.
Yeah, it's great to prove him wrong.
But more importantly, the horrors that I do not know the taint may have created in this house. Your disposition may be a light on many of those needed. The taint is everywhere and seeps in deep.
She's giggling by the time he's done. And she's like, "Did you say horrors or whores? Are there whores here?"
The horrors created by this taint.
Are they also sopping wet?
He looks outside. It appears it is that time.
So to be clear, there are no whores in this house, though.
There are horrors in this house.
There's some hoes.
But he will say, speaking of light, Nissa brings the fate of goodwill and potentially even the gods. It does not hurt to have two lights in the darkness. One divine, the other merely personality. I will not state your name because it was made clear that there are many, and I would prefer to be silent than wrong, gesturing at Ashton. But you are a master of infiltration, and this is specifically a task of that. I am not aware of any sentience that has either manifested or arisen within this house. And the ability to manipulate those with tongues may be useful. And finally, Theo Wise Whisper. A wizard is always useful. A curious wizard is always dangerous. But an honest wizard is quite rare. I am dealing with the taint of magic, and I need someone who understands the arcane, as well as willing to decipher arcane they have not seen before. It is a powerful taint, and it may be mysterious to you when you encounter it. So, I need someone capable of making connections with how the taint works.
Alistra like leans over to Zarita and is like, "Does he realize he keeps saying taint? Is he doing it on purpose at this point? Because I think he said it like a dozen times, and I don't know if it's like an innuendo and I should giggle or if it's being serious."
He's gotta know, right? This is like the fun little pitch at the beginning of everything.
She's been giggling this entire time, by the way.
You keep it up, I'm going to make an NPC that does nothing but speak in innuendo, and I am capable of it.
Done that. Don't do it in this game too. No.
I am capable of it. And they will be completely
Copy is
unaware.
more than enough. Please do not provide more.
I'll make them a hot goth chick, so almost everybody here is going to want that NPC around all the time.
That is not fair.
Hot goth chick, you say?
Seriously,
That's just me.
Nikki's love interest in our Sunday game is a hot goth witch that does nothing but speak in innuendo that she doesn't realize she's saying.
Innuendos?
Innuendo.
Name her Sam and you got me.
He also got possessed.
Oh, I
by
named her Poppy
Andrew.
just to be mean about Rosemary Time.
Anyway,
That's
so like,
cold.
yeah, it is. It's great.
Also, I just realized we can talk with our necklaces, right? So we don't even
Yeah.
need to be
The
like,
two of
I
you
can only
can
do. Yeah,
speak
I think
telepathically.
it's limited to how many
oh,
times we can do it.
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
But with that, the good lady and I will be receding to the ballroom. It is one of those few places the taint has not quite reached. I
Well,
had
you
to
have
after Ash
protection.
started laughing at ballroom.
You can't just, well, you talked about tape for fucking 10 minutes and then you immediately said ballroom. What am I supposed to do?
This is real hard.
You go to the ballroom, we'll handle the taint. Okay.
If you handle the taint right, it will be real hard. It's fine.
So the necklaces can be activated 3 times a day.
Okay.
Each time that it's activated, we can communicate for up to 5 minutes, though.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So we probably wouldn't have used it for this, and also I think Zarita wouldn't have actually thought to use it. I think she was kind of like doing that thing where she's just like she's literally sitting like cross-legged at like this fancy dinner table or like crisscross applesauce, and is kind of just like uncomfortable in the situation. So she's 100% just like, even if you have a secret way of communicating, she's just like, I'm just gonna whisper to you because you're right here.
Zarita very much gives me the vibes of every time you sit crisscross applesauce while you're tucking your legs, you say crisscross applesauce as you sit.
She probably does it in her head, okay? But not out loud. Not at a dinner table.
Roll a d20. 1 through
Only-
2.
No.
1 through 10, you say it out loud. 11 through 20, you don't.
Oh,
Oh wait, I rolled an 11. What was it?
You
11
don't.
through 20. I
You
have
you
don't.
to
say it in
say
your
it.
head.
You say it
Okay.
in your head.
Just made it.
I call for the rolls, but no. With that,
I was kidding. It's
I
just that
know.
Lottie
Just
listens
for fun.
to me.
I mean,
You-
honestly, just for fun, I would literally have added it as a flair to my character if it was like I would have
Rachel-
done it.
Rachel, you've been on enough big gay dice games. You know a bit. The second someone says roll for it, it then becomes real, and then it will like forever change the course of the show.
I know, that's why I do it.
Imagine every single time I sit down, I'm just like, crisscross applesauce. All right, what are we talking about?
Only
People
if
are
you're in
dying.
animal forms, it's just like squeaks. Or a bear
But you
just
still hear all the syllables.
So good.
Okay, so with that, Lord and Lady Moon will get up. As they begin to get up, the organ music swells again. Lord Moon will walk along the table, pull out the chair of Lady Moon, reach down and hold a hand and help her rise up, and they leave holding hands.
Well, isn't that precious?
They leave and
To the
so there's no
ballroom.
Oh, okay. I was like, is there no dinner for this dinner party?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Did we not get served any dinner?
You were not served food.
Ah, fuck. All right. I'm going to start going through the cupboards.
I
I
flipped
mean,
the
you're
table.
not in a kitchen.
I don't care how big the table is. I will turn into the biggest animal I can so I can flip the table.
Before you do that,
I
flush
don't
over-
act.
maybe there's food in the other room.
Sebastian will. It appears you are disappointed in the lack of refreshments. I can acquire some sustenance for all of you.
Well, it's a dinner party on the paper.
It assuredly
just-
did.
I'd like
But-
to, if we're gonna go into business, we need to make sure there's not lies right up front.
Pretty
Right.
big
Also, I skipped like
miscommunication right off the bat. To be
No
honest.
lies.
skipped lunch
told.
today because I was hoping for a lot of dinner, so I'm
I
real
will-
hungry.
I will fetch the wine as well as a roast that has been braising.
I wait till he leaves to be like, they just had a roast, braising,
The
really,
entire
and they
time?
weren't expecting to feed us,
The whole
Without
time.
us?
The whole time.
but they weren't gonna feed us. That's
They,
pretty.
they were just gonna have it for themselves later.
That's very selfish.
And just send us to the
Sarah's-
basement.
Honestly,
Very
just gonna
scary.
have like a little cackle at the whole just go between Alestra and Zarita.
Sharing is caring. They should share their food.
So
There are only
after a
2
couple
of them.
moments, you hear the squeaks of a cart wheeling out as there are 3 bottles of wine and several glasses.
There's 6 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough.
Someone need a whole bottle of wine for themselves.
No,
I raise my hand.
maybe.
It's okay, Sarita. You're allowed to drink a bottle. You're in like a bear-sized metabolism.
Exactly, except for the times that I have a mouse-sized metabolism and then I get wasted. But
It makes it real great when we're broke.
yeah. I'm a cheap date sometimes.
As a mouse just with a thimble. This is amazing.
Wow.
Like your mouth shrunk. Shh.
I'm white mouse wasted.
Hold back my ears. I'm going to puke.
Oh no, the little antenna.
Oh, all right, the antenna behind the ears.
Hold my Tana. Hold my Tana.
But no, he goes and he, like, as he's carting, he first does a lap around the table, putting a glass at each of you. And then he goes and he opens the wine and he pours this thick red wine for each of you.
I do the classic like wine taster thing where I swirl it around for a really long time and make a big deal out of it, and then I put my whole face to it and sniff it before I take just one little sip, and then I go for a really long time.
Did you say a thick wine?
It is slightly thick.
Legs.
That's just making me scared. It's blood now.
It's got legs.
I think Theo pushes away the wine and it's like I'm all right, and pulls out his
Celestra will
pipe
like climb and crawl over the table to grab
and
the
lights it
wine.
instead.
There is like a burn of the alcohol and you taste the wine, but there is a slight like coppery taste to it.
It is. Are you? They're vampires. We already figured it out. They're vampires.
This tastes really strange. It tastes like when you put a penny in your mouth.
Sarah's gonna raise an eyebrow at that, and like instead of taking a
copper?
normal sip, she's
Yeah,
Zarita is gonna try it next, and she's gonna be like, "No, this is literally blood. I'm a bear, and sometimes I eat raw meat. This is literally blood."
I continue to drink it and pretend like I'm still like swirling it like it's wine.
Sarah's
Electra
just gonna
keeps
like
trying it because
dip
she's
the
like,
tip of her
"Are
tongue
you
in.
sure?" It kind of tastes a little like that one time we had that really chunky drink at that weird sketchy bar.
Yeah, but was that not also blood, or was that
I was
actually
drunk,
wine?
I will be honest.
Still a little bit of a blur to me.
Sounds like you guys go to some really weird drinking spots.
After
Maybe.
a couple minutes, the Sebastian will return with the cart now with this domed serving tray on it. And he has this large carving knife as well as a large fork. As he opens it, and it's this large hunk of roasted meat. And he'll go.
In what shape, Bobby? Describe it.
Kind of oblong. It's like a rump roast kind of shape.
Is it?
Who wants
Yeah.
to bite the rump?
But but he'll go, and to any of you want, there's also like some potatoes and carrots, kind of just having soaked up the juices from it around
Definitely those.
Set the potatoes and carrots and the meat broth, and we'll like slice off kind of like it's a prime rib, just slices of it. It's like a medium roast. It's still like fairly bloody.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Never
Does
would've
anyone
guessed.
want roast?
I would like roast.
Sarah's absolutely gonna
make-
take some.
Yeah.
Can I make a check to see what kind of roast this is?
Have we already reached that point of the night?
Roll D20. Roll a D20.
Thank you.
Oh, it's
Nissa
fine. We're
is
about
Nissa
to
makes
go
this
on
check, but
bio.
after taking a bite.
Yeah.
Nissa is abstaining because it's meat and she is vegetarian.
That's a 3.
11.
It's safe.
So a 3, you're like, oh, I got no clue. This is like pig. It's a good pork roast.
It's
I still
vegan.
think
It's
I
vegan.
still think Theo wasn't super feeling moved by the meat even before I made that roll. It was just the way you said it made me not trust you. So Theo's gonna take some peas and carrots, but abstain
Yeah.
from the meat.
I
So
got an 11.
with an 11 is a full success. So full fail and a full success. Thick thighs save lives. They can also feed hungry adventurers.
Wow.
Yeah, but
Wow.
Definitely
yeah.
human.
Oid.
hmm
We're in a world of humans, dwarves, elves. Like, it could be all kinds of things.
Humanoid.
Oh, I'm annoyed. I could be
So
a
after I
mermaid.
take a bite, I like chew on it for a second as I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm
You can
chewing
really taste the sentience.
and I'm chewing and then like a look of horror comes over my face as I spit it out very like obnoxiously.
Theo sees you do that, and then the 3 from earlier gets like rectified. That he's like,
And
he
with
didn't eat it,
that,
but he realizes.
I typically tell Sarita, do not eat it.
and with that, we are going on a 10-minute bio break. We'll be right back.
Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia because this ain't happening?
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game. real
we are
fast.
here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time traveling corpse?
I don't. Apparently.
That is awesome.
Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah, you cannot be. He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Find out better.
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't gonna get off scot-free from murdering someone. Yeah.
Step 1, you tell me I'm wrong. Step 2, you say you wanna see it all the way through. Step 3, you bring it out to my knees. Step 4, you say you're walking out the door. You can't take it anymore. But where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running from. I tear my seams apart for you. You tell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel out every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running from. All you wanna do is fight.
nice of you to join us.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
watchers don't do, and doers don't watch. So let's get to it. Let's get it done. You step it up a notch. We can do it. We can get it done. 'Cause we're doers, and doers don't watch.
The
All
Dots
right.
pretzels are the best.
They're very good.
They're so good.
Sorry,
Sorry.
the honey mustard ones.
Yes.
Oh yeah, honey mustard pretzels are awesome. But we are back with the second half of session 1 of Quest RPG. Quest. But if you joined us late, well, you missed character introductions and like spooky, not a vampire. Why are you guys all thinking it's a vampire? Mansion.
No one's been drinking
You said
blood here.
chunky wine. That's literally.
He said thick wine.
I'm sorry.
first of
I'm
all.
sorry. I'm sorry. Thick wine.
I said chunky later.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. Got it.
I was like, it's like that chunky beer.
Yeah. Okay.
But
But this one's thick. So
thick. That's the D4 I want. But yeah, so Sebastian will finish serving roast and wine to those interested.
now I'm very aware of the fact that he's not saying roast beef or roast pork. He's just saying the roast.
I continue to eat the roast.
Dude, I clocked it the second he said it. That's one of the reasons why I made the check.
That's
Sarah
fine.
leans back and just continues eating. the meat
Rachel's
as if
run
she
many
is
more
away.
games with me.
Yeah.
Lonnie's naive still.
I still caught the thick wine thing.
You did.
So I'm getting there.
Getting there.
Are there any vegetables that are not touching any type of meat?
There are
And they're soaked in
none-
those juices.
Yeah, they're
soaked in it.
The vegetables were like roast with it, so they're just sopped up all the juices.
Yeah, Theo definitely ate the potatoes soaked in the meat juice, but he didn't eat the roast, but he ate the meat juice.
You just ate the blood potatoes.
Yeah. I still got a 3, so I have to honor it.
I think Nissa just kind of like, she has a little pack of like trail mix that she puts on the plate, just sprinkles it on of like different like dried nuts and berries and like just eats that.
Sarah takes like a long pointed fingernail, stabs a potato, pops it in her mouth, and just kind of goes, "What? No one else is hungry anymore."
I'm still eating and drinking the wine. I'm having a great time. Sometimes I'll like think of something funny and I'll chuckle to myself and continue eating.
But Sebastian will then excuse himself with the cart and leave all of you to your own devices. Everybody who
Soon as
got
Sebastian
food on
leaves-
break is like, oh God, I'm eating.
As soon as Sebastian leaves, like, I think it's people. I think it's a people. I think it's a humanoid, maybe a human person.
You think it's a people?
I don't think you should eat the people.
Sarah kind of holds the glass, and she's kind of like,
I also think
"What?
it's blood."
The weird thick wine didn't give that off."
I look at Alestra and then I look down at my plate and then I look at Alestra again. And then I just kind of look around at everyone else to see if it's a bit.
You want some trail mix?
I just kind of open my mouth and just let the meat fall out onto the plate.
That's what she said. All right.
I'll just like take out little bags of trail mix to put on the table just in case. In case people want them instead of the
I take one and I repay you with a handful of sand.
Oh,
So-
that'll actually make really cool glass art if we get it out in the lightning.
So for sure, we know Red ate the roast. did Sarah actually eat the roast or just potato? It's like I have a gift
I think
when
she
people are eating.
I think she definitely had a piece. She didn't like continue to eat it. She went more for the potatoes, but she did have a piece of it already.
Right. So, Theo, you had some of the vegetables. Did Alistra or Zerida have any of the roast? Or no, Alistra did have a bite of the roast first before
I
realizing.
had a bite, but I spit it out.
Okay. Did Alistra or Zerida actually eat any of the roast or the vegetables?
I think that Zarita kind of tasted the wine and having that animal instinct, could tell it was blood and kind of was wondering what was.
Okay.
Like the second Alestra said, like they think it's human too. I think I avoided it.
I did jokingly say that Alestra was chewing on it for a while, so but I did spit it out eventually.
I probably waited to like watch you and be like,
no, I know. I mean, for
swallowing?
me specifically,
Okay.
though, for if she consumed enough of it to be an issue or not.
So we're going to say, Sarah and Red, I need you both to roll a d20. Theo and Alistra, I need you both to roll 2d20 and take the better of the two results.
12.
Okay.
Got an 8.
I got a 17 and an 18.
Woo!
So 18.
I got a 3 and a 3.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
At least somebody rolled worse than me.
All right. I'm going to make notes of that for later.
I don't like that one bit.
That's a Mouska tool we'll use later. But Sebastian does not come back.
Cool.
Sarah's gonna set the wine glass down and look around and being like, okay, so probably humanoid meat and blood wine. Do we have any other reservations about this whole task we're supposed to go on? About stealing the object that the person is supposed to protect, but we'll get some good stuff out of it.
No, I think he said that he didn't have to protect it. I think he said he didn't. I think he pointedly told us that he never signed that part of the oath.
Oh no, I'm not saying that we're gonna have to face them. I just mean that they can't get it themselves. We have to get it.
Amongst and we don't even know
things.
where the keys are, apparently.
I start opening like every drawer or every closet in this room.
In the dining room? Yeah, no.
Yeah, if there's anything, and there's nothing.
No.
Okay.
I mean, like, full disclosure, I don't love it, but I also unfortunately think that Lord Moon may have some things that I think the benefit might outweigh the cost on this one for me personally.
I mean, this is single-handedly we gotta pay for the circus probably. So like,
I'm more concerned about getting those things in the end, to be honest. That's my main concern. I don't really care what I'm doing to get the things that I want. I'm concerned that all of us here are going to be provided the things that we want. I'm willing to go through with it if that happens. It's just such a very nebulous sort of thing going on. Slightly worried, but also slightly just willing to say fuck it and go through with it anyway, because what else did I have going on right now? I came to a dinner party with no dinner, so clearly I had nothing better planned.
I think we might be in the same boat.
I like gesture towards the door and I'm like walking through it.
the adventurer's motto. I don't have anything better going on.
I mean, we were planning real hard, and we just decided that it was a good opportunity to get like a sponsorship. You would never guess how expensive it is to buy stuff for a circus. Do you know how expensive lions are?
I would
Free for
assume
me.
Well, yeah, free for you. Yeah, but like for the petting zoo.
petting zoo lions.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I-
every once in a while I just sneak in there and let people show me affection. It's kind of nice.
The other non-shapeshifter lions that I'm worried about, I like my fingers where they are. I sort of need those.
I mean, I fight lions all the time, but I mean, usually it's Rita, but not all the time.
Sometimes I'm not in the mood to try to pretend to bite your head off. You know? So like I trust you around lions and stuff like that, and I trust you to know what's good for the circus. But are we helping good people to get it?
See, this is why you don't ever say yes to something. You make people think that you're saying yes, but you never actually agree.
Zarita will like, her voice will get really low for a second. She's like, do you think they can read our minds? Do you think they can tell what we're talking about right now?
I mean, we're talking out loud, very loudly. There could be anybody listening in. I don't really care.
But like they knew us before we even got here.
It's not hard to find out information about most people most of the time, though. You have one person like yourself turn into a raven and sit in a tree, and you're good.
Oh,
I'm sure they heard about you because they heard about me, you know, like all those stories that go around.
yeah, but I thought it was a secret that I was the lion that you were trying to tame. I thought that was like,
well, that's they because they know you're a shapeshifter, they know you're the lion.
oh,
They are fans, clearly.
I don't remember seeing them at any of the shows, but they gave us money and they're willing to give us more.
I'm gonna come back in through the door, and I'm just holding like a very expensive looking candelabra that I found. I'm just gonna try to put it into my bag and then like gesture for them to follow me.
I think Theo kind of looks around and then follows Red.
And Zarita will kind of look at Alestra and be like, I guess it's kind of decided then.
I mean, we can always turn back.
Yeah, we could turn back or not give them the necklace.
We'll see.
And then I guess Zarita will start following.
So
I don't know where I'm going. I know that I'm in the front, and I told you all to come with me, but I'm just kind of like wandering through, and I'm just like opening all of the doors and all of the
is
cupboards and
everybody
taking
moving
things.
as a single group?
Yes, I think so.
I think we're kind of like
Yeah.
trickling out, but like
Yeah.
More
kind of.
is everybody going into the same location, or are people splitting
Yeah.
up? That's the
No,
far
splitting
more.
up. That's
yeah, I
creepy.
think we're sticking together.
We're not
Yeah.
gonna
At
split
least
up
for
in a
now,
weird.
we're not Scooby doing yet.
I have a
I-
table
I-
for where you guys end up, so
I'm definitely towards the back because I'm a little bit of a not exactly watching exactly where I'm going. I'm just following a group, but if there's really shiny things, I'm watching those. But I'm following where the footsteps sound like they're going. If I get distracted.
So, as you guys are going, the entire time you hear the distant sound of the organs playing from the ballroom. But Red, since you're leading the way, you peek in, and the first room you see is an art gallery with a bunch of paintings hung all over that are these like abstract shapes and paint where it just kind of blurs and has been like swirled and everything.
does anything look like an original that would be a lot of money?
I mean, you can roll.
I will.
Okay. Can I use
It doesn't
sense
matter.
magic to like try to search one of like the higher levels of sense magic to, I don't know, reverse engineer some kind of like
What's your
search
higher
for
level
these keys?
use of scent magic?
Yeah, it's 2 action points. You study the precise nature of nearby magic, learning its specific effects. If you use this ability to study a mysterious magical item, its name and effects are revealed.
Okay, so you want to do it to try and find the keys rather than generally knowing what. Okay, so you go and with your sense magic, with 2 action points spent, now you guys only get 5.
Oh, okay. How long does that last?
You regain 3 points every session as part of rewards at the end. And other than that, you get points as rewards for completing things. Resting does not give you points.
Woof. Okay. Yeah, I think this is worth it. I'll spend 2 and try to locate the keys.
At the back of the gallery, there is a large painting again of this like swirl of color, but in front of it is a pedestal with an urn on it, and you can sense the magic of some kind of key within the urn. Is everyone going into the art gallery?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to assume silence
Yeah.
is...
Yeah, I think Theo's eyes
I think we're all gonna go in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Theo's eyes go like bright cobalt, and like a surge of magic kind of like pulses through their staff and into their kind of like eyes and hands. They're like, it seems like there's a large source of magic coming from that painting.
You
with the
also,
urn.
since you just passively always get tingles too, you're getting tingles from every painting in here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Also, I should mention, I can like sense dead people. Don't know exactly where they are, but boy, can I tell if they're there.
You definitely sensed that there were dead people in this house.
Can you tell how many there are?
I can do that with an ability.
Okay.
So
that's just a passive effect.
But Ashton, Red, you were rolling a d20 to try and determine if you know value of things.
It's a 3.
Oof. You're unsure, and you go and one of the paintings, like there's dust on the plaque of it at the bottom, but you wipe it away and you literally see the gold kind of shift and swirl as the etching in it then spells out red, and the paint on the painting begins shifting and swirling into a portrait of you.
Like, okay. Is there anything revealing about my features in it? Like, for example, am I not wearing my eye patch or something?
It looks exactly like you, but as an oil painting.
Ooh, okay. Can I try to put it in my bag?
When you go to touch it, it touches
Dorian
back
Gray, here we go.
as a hand bursts from it, as a painting duplicate of yourself comes from there, dealing 2 damage.
Okay, that's fair. Hold on. How
much HP do we have?
10.
10, right? And then remind me how much AP we have?
5.
Starting out? 5? Okay.
Yeah, you have 10 hit points, and leveling does not get you more XP or more HP.
Got it. Yeah, you always have to.
Does it get us more AP?
Earning, finishing quests and stuff will get you AP. Like, surviving a fight, I can give you AP type stuff and things like that. Okay. Like, depending on how hard the fight is.
Okay, and you said 2 damage?
2 damage.
Got it. Okay.
At that point, Theo, you're probably getting close to the urn. When that happens, the paint behind the urn begins swirling. and it becomes a copy of Theo Wise Whisper. And 4 other paintings begin swirling, and duplicates of all of you. Now, granted, they're obviously paint. It's not like a which one should I shoot situation.
God damn it.
No, literally,
No,
I have been in a campaign before where I got choked out by oil paintings, so not interested.
This is an encounter that ChatGTP came up with.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. As the adventurers explore the mansion's art gallery, they find themselves face to face with animated paintings that come alive, attacking with magical spells and brushstrokes. Instead, I changed it to duplicates of yourselves.
That's
and
really
like made
fun.
it like on that, like you can't tell what the painting looks abstract, and then it becomes you.
Oh, that's
But
so fun.
yeah, they go, and there are. It's not an ambush because Red already got hit with any kind of ambush that would happen. So now we get to handle how initiative works in this game. There isn't. You guys all go, then I go.
Okay, cool.
Oh, in any order?
Yeah, you guys decide how
Ooh.
you want to go.
Very Vampire the Masquerade. I love it. Okay.
So we have. How close are the paintings together?
They're probably pretty spread out.
Okay.
I think Zarita, wherever Alestra is, like in the room, Zarita will kind of be like, "Oh, hey, we should make a new poster for the circus with these paintings. Like highlight the main acts, you know?"
Maybe. If the paintings don't kill us first.
Why would the painting of me kill me? Why I would never want to kill myself. And I like start going a little bit closer to myself. I'm like, this is a good painting.
What
Is it mirrored, Bobby? Like fully mirrored?
Yes.
We're like, oh, I love that. Okay, sorry, I just had to ask.
Yeah, it's a mirror self.
So
I
it's just
almost did
me, like,
photo
looking in awe.
negative, but
Oh, that's so cool.
I'm going to try to provoke the painting.
okay.
Like I just put my hand on the hilt of my basket hilted sword, and it's like if this painting was the painting looks amazing because I look amazing, but if this painting wanted to fight me, I would win against myself.
Okay.
Just trying to like, and I have a tactic called provoke that's 0 points. Make nearby creatures angry at you by saying something or making a rude gesture. Your target must be able to understand your intent.
Now, do you only want to provoke the version of you? Because it's creatures, so you could provoke all the paintings to you.
As many as I can.
Yeah, as you say that, like you beat a painting, all the paintings will look towards you.
So for the next minute, their focus is on me unless they get hit by another hostile creature.
All right. Sarah, what do you want to do? That's Amy.
Yes, I'm trying to.
No, you're fine.
So Sarah's hand is immediately gonna fly to like the cleaver that's tied to her hip.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna try and sort of put her back more towards the rest of the group and take a few steps back to see if the painting version of herself follows as she draws her weapon.
It does not, because its focus is on Nikki's character, Alestra, thanks to Provoke. It is not noticing you yet, currently.
Noticing this and noticing the focus of their attention, she's going to be like, okay, so I don't think these are friendly. Please don't touch them. We don't know what it's going to do. we should probably get ready to smear some paint everywhere.
All right.
That was kind of hot.
What does Nissa want to do? You're muted.
I don't want to heal until you've lost 5 HP.
Mm-hmm.
In the nicest way possible. I do have a thing that's 0 that is corrupt, but it's a touch spell.
Mm-hmm. So that means you
and
have
it
to
has
roll
be
to hit.
an organic creature, which this is not, probably.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, if you want to just attack it, you can, but
Yeah, that's not what I do though.
okay.
So I think I'm going to be looking for if there's a spell going on. I want to be trying to figure out like what the key to solving this problem is, other than just like, because we're fighting paint that could technically reform or things like that. I want to try and like piece out what's going
I'm gonna
on.
need a D20 roll from you. Theo, what do you want to do?
I think I look at Sarah and I'm gonna be like, are we positive that these are hostile?
I gesture to myself.
As Red like has
Fair.
like you had wrist blades, right?
I have 2 daggers in the back of my boots.
That's right. So like it went and stabbed you with a boot dagger. Was that 2 damage?
Sure. The reason for my deliberation, I have 2 things I can do. One of them costs an action point and the other one doesn't, and the other one is actively hostile and the other isn't. And I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
I got a 19 for the check.
Okay. I will inform you at the end of initiative.
Sounds good.
Fuck it. I'm gonna choose life and choose not having a lot of action points. I'm going to try and I'm gonna speak. So for the next minute, you may speak silently into the mind of a nearby creature. Your lips move normally as if you were speaking aloud, but no sound comes out. I'm gonna try to speak to my oil painting self.
Okay.
And be like, if I know anything about myself, it's our self-preservation runs high. I know you don't want to attack me.
Roll a D20.
Okay.
Red, what are you doing?
So is this an art gallery or does it look like a studio where like
It's an art gallery.
Okay, so there's like no paints around or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that case, okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and well, hold on.
Bobby, that was a 5, by the way.
Oof.
Okay.
I'm glad my other thing is 0 AP.
You hear
And
in your own head,
yeah.
you are not worthy of the name Wise Whisper.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna magic strike you next turn, bitch.
Can I okay, sorry, I have a lot of questions. Do these oil paintings look like they've recently been painted or are they like
You literally saw
like
the
old?
paint like swirl around and then they came out. So yeah,
Okay.
they're like wet.
They're wet. Okay. Can I take off my cloak and like try to wrap it around whichever one is closest to me, which I assume is myself? I'm just trying to like wipe them down.
Yeah, roll a D20.
Okay, that's only a 10. So
Okay, a 10. Double check in. Yeah, 10's a mixed success.
oh, thank fuck. Okay.
So you're going to like get it wrapped around it, but the paint's gonna like start soaking into the fabric of the cloak itself. And it
fuck.
starts like kind of T1000ing where it like soaks through the material and then forming on the other side of the fabric. So you like have it wrapped up and you're able to like grab it really tight. It's just liquid. So it's kind of like goo where like you almost squish it together and then it starts seeping out and reforming.
Okay. Okay.
Nissa, you rolled a 19. The paintings can definitely hurt you, but what you need to attack are the paintings, not the figures.
I'll blurt that out.
All right, now
the paintings, not the things inside. The actual physical thing.
That's where the keys are kept, are in the painting as well.
Mary, you're so smart. I would have fucking kept going after that goddamn fucking oiled mess.
It's so
I'm
much
so
worse.
glad I didn't attack on my first turn now.
The monsters also have an ability called reflection, so whatever damage you deal to them, half of it goes back to you. So it would go to whoever's painting you were attacking.
I'm so glad I didn't attack that.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Ugh. Thank fuck.
Like almost
Thank
like
fuck
you
Mary's
injured
here.
them, and all of a sudden the person they're the painting of is injured.
Mary.
I'm just happy I rolled well.
I'm just obsessed. Once again, hashtag we stand Mary.
All right.
Me every time, anytime I have any drink, hashtag we stand Mary.
All right. Oh, that's right.
Mary
All of
saves
them.
us all.
Oh, all of them except for Reds are going to be going after Elistra because Red attacked it. So first we'll go for Red. 13, which means you are hit for 2 damage.
Oh,
so
great.
Since none of you may actually end up attacking, we will cover this really quickly. Attacking's really simple. You roll a d20. If it's 11 or higher, you deal damage. If it's a 20, you deal double damage. Unless you have an ability that does extra things like someone's wild attack.
What is a tough choice or worse on a basic attack?
A tough choice, that's like a mixed success. I will give you things to choose. Very monster of the week.
Okay, so when an enemy within reach of me rolls a tough choice or worse on a basic attack against me.
Oh, yeah,
I
tough
can
choice
parry.
is mixed success. So that's a 10 or lower.
Okay.
10 to
but
6
not
is
a
tough
1.
choice. Yeah. 10 to 6
it
is
one-
tough choice. 2 to 5 is just a failure. 1 is a disaster.
So I'll need to know if it's a tough choice if they're attacking because I can
Okay.
counterattack.
Yeah, tough choice or worse. So if I roll 10 or lower. So now the ones on Elistra. 5 attacks. If all of them hit, it's 10 damage. First attack hits for 2 damage on a 15. Second attack rolls a 2. You can counterattack if you want.
Yes, please.
All right. I'm going to roll a d6 and re-roll a 6 to see which character this was. 2. All right. This is Nissa's one. So roll to attack.
19.
All right. It's going to deal damage. Nissa, take 1 damage.
Okay.
I said
I do
it has
attack the parts that I was told to attack, by the way.
Well, no, they're telling you to attack the paintings, which is not the creatures that are attacking you. So counterattacking going to hurt. All right, another one missed. Do you want to counterattack again? Seeing that it hurt Nissa when you did it.
Uh, 12.
Oh, so yes, you do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. Theo's the one that you counterattack. You're going to hit it. Theo, take 1 damage.
I also take no damage, by the way.
Do we
When
heal
when
on
you-
on a rest or no?
You can. There are ways to heal on rests.
Great.
I can heal you too, somewhat.
Just not action points
Alright.
on a rest.
Yeah. Another
Great.
miss. Do you want to 1, 2, 3. Do you want to counterattack?
I'm okay. Sorry, I'm confused on the wording of this really quick.
Mm-hmm.
When an enemy within reach rolls a tough choice or worse on a basic attack against you, you parry their attack and take no damage.
Yes.
If they roll a failure or worse, so is that
Okay.
like
So the mixed success is not a failure, is a 5 or lower.
okay? If they roll a
Okay.
failure or worse, I can immediately attack them.
Gotcha.
So I can.
Well, the last
And it
one
doesn't count as a turn.
was a fail, or no, the last one was a 7. So really, none of those were counter.
So I
attacks
just
then.
didn't take any damage.
Yeah, you just parried the attack away.
Because it's what or lower? It's 5.
5 or
Okay.
lower is a fail.
Okay.
All right, and the last attack.
Nobody has any damage.
The last
That's
attack,
fine.
you do get hit for 2 damage by yourself.
Can I counterattack myself and take like 1 damage instead?
It rolled a 13 or better. So can you just
Oh, right,
counterattack?
never mind.
Yeah, this
Sorry.
was an actual hit. So with that, it is back to your guys' initiative.
I think I want to try to see if I can regain the attention of my my portrait. By kind of like literally like wildly waving my arms to like get their attention. And if they do look at me, I want to just like do one of those mirror moments where I do like one hand up and move it out and one hand up and move it out to like see if they follow it. And if they are like following my motions, I'm gonna turn into a woodpecker.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, 16.
All right. No, that's a full success. So yes.
Cool.
All right.
So basically the hope partially is that maybe they will copy me and also turn into a woodpecker.
Yes.
But also I'm going to go around the side of the frame and start pecking at like not in front of the frame, but like kind of on the wall near the side and start trying to peck at the
Getting
frame.
it to peck the frame.
Yeah. See if we can peck it from both sides and then snap it.
Okay. I am cool with that, actually.
Cool.
I'm going to roll just to see if it's success. A 15. Okay. So yeah, it's going to go with you, like kind of entranced by your weirdness, and it goes and it just peck, peck, peck. And then both noses peck through the actual canvas, rips, and the woodpecker turns to goo.
I'll make some sad woodpecker noises, whatever that means.
Theo, what would you like to do?
I'm going to do magic strike. I'm gonna pick up Willow, and I would like to try to hit the painting that my Theo came out of, but especially the one where the keys are, the urn
And
painting.
you brought back Willow.
It's my staff.
I know.
Oh yeah.
15.
That hits. And what were you
So
attacking
2
again?
damage. The painting.
Yeah.
The urn painting. The one
Yeah.
with the keys are in.
That's the one Theo came out of, which means Theo's form that was attacking Elistra melts to goo.
Great.
All right, Amy, what are you doing? Or what is
All right,
Sarah
so
doing?
Sarah's going to flip the little leather latch that keeps her cleaver on her side, and drawing it, she's just gonna straight up dart forward and try and absolutely slice one of those paintings and
Yeah.
just in half.
Painting doesn't move around or anything, so without it being like a ranged attack or anything like that, you can just do it.
She's gonna wreck it.
Yeah. So
There's no chill there.
Sarah's painting turns to goo. We will ask what Elistra is doing, since you are seeing these things that were beating on you melting. People cutting up the canvases to the paintings.
I think I'm going to I'm just gonna try to attack
Attack what?
one of the paintings.
Like one of the canvases?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Again, you don't need to actually roll for it. It's a canvas. It won't move around. So
But if I roll a 20, that's really cool.
it is really cool. But you're good. That will melt one of them. Nissa, what do you want to do?
I have a magic candle.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna snap my fingers, light it, and then light one of the oil paintings on fire, making sure that it fully burns out so I don't burn the house down.
All
Learned
right.
that
And-
after a bad mistake once.
And Red, what are you doing?
I just realized that was me. Sorry. I am going to take out my crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna aim it at the oil painting me for a second, and then at the last second I'm gonna shoot it at the painting.
All right, since that's a ranged attack, I need an actual roll. Roll a d20.
Oh, great. Please. Oh my god.
Just like with
Okay,
Theo.
17.
All right, yeah, and you hit it, and it punctures the canvas, causing oil painting you to just look at you and melt.
I feel things.
Okay. Theo, you are still getting a magical sense from where the urn was in the painting you came out of. What would you like to do? All the monsters are defeated. Also, everybody gets back. I'm going to roll for it, actually. Everybody gets back 2 action points. Or not even back. Everybody gets 2 action points. There's not a cap for your action points.
Oh, I
Also,
love this.
We refresh action points every session, right?
You gain 3 action points at the end of every session is essentially how it happens.
Oh.
So for finishing a session, you're
you could
awarded
just save
action.
them up.
You can.
Oh.
I love this game.
That's nice.
Because there
said
are
2?
later powers that are expensive, like 6 points.
Sure. Yeah. I think. Hold on, I'm getting back to my spells.
And typically I don't give action points for like every combat, but it was like our first combat and kind of a puzzle.
totally.
So like for both, you can award action points.
I don't know if I have any spells that can super help.
Happy Father's
but-
Day.
I mean, thank you. It's fairly late.
I'm sorry.
Can I
I know I'm
how much
not
bullshit
bad.
how much bullshit are you gonna let me do? What is the painting looks like an urn, right?
Yes.
So could I say cast blink, which is where you teleport to a location of your choice nearby. You vanish, leaving behind a gust of wind, and then instantaneously reappear nearby. Can I blink into the painting and then come out and grab the keys?
I am fine with that. I love that. Quest is narrative. Quest has come up with cool shit.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I think Theo is gonna kind of look at the painting, and a little mischievous grin is gonna kind of like creep across their face, and then a little poof of like sea breeze happens, and then they pop back in and are holding the keys.
Yeah, this system totally fits the Heroes and Himpos vibe. Like, we're good. You have a key, which is this like brass key that the end of it is carved to look like a paintbrush.
That's so hot.
Theo blushes.
I don't say that out loud, but I mean,
I got it, guys.
It's just having us go down the roll. So what we're going to say is when you do this and after you get it, solving this, where the painting was, because it's like this large painting in a frame, you hear a click and the painting itself where it was opens a secret door.
Oh,
secret tunnel.
door.
Secret tunnel.
I just give like 2 thumbs up.
Sarah's gonna turn, still holding her cleaver, and points at it. It's like, I swear to God, there's gonna be more weird shit through that door, and I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah, probably.
Before I walk through that hole, I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and grab some sand and just kind of let it like pour out on my oil painting body.
Also be
Or what's
careful
left of my
because it
body.
might be a tainted hole. So
I have to go now. Sorry, kids.
I need to leave. My planet needs me.
My planet needs me.
I don't want
As
to be on this planet anymore.
as people are leaving, is there anything valuable in here?
I mean,
Good
it's
question.
an art gallery, so yeah, there's going to be like other art pieces and stuff.
Like little shiny thing I can stick in my pocket.
Yeah, roll a d20.
We're
This
all
game
such
is
assholes, I love
100%.
us.
If I'm not like yes, or if it's a maybe, I just go roll a d20. That's it. That's
12.
90% of the game. 12? Yeah. I mean, literally, yeah, it's within basic success. So yeah, like you're just gonna like grab a small statue.
Yep, just doink.
It's like if you rolled a
Just
1, I'd be
nonchalantly,
like,
just
it's real easy. Like if you rolled a 1, it'd just be like, you grab a small statue. It is cursed. Like that's the game.
This is a good game. I'm gonna play
It's
this forever.
easy.
It's very
I like
fun.
this game. This is
It's
fun.
fun. It's a fun game. Because you guys get enough abilities where it's kind of got that D&D thing
Yeah.
of like, I got to do cool stuff, but then all the other mechanics are like, roll a D20. Whatever.
Yeah.
All I know is I get worried when a bunch of people are like, "Oh, I love this game." Yeah, okay. We'll see how long this lasts.
Yeah.
right.
Where are the legs on it? I mean, to
Bobby's
be
gonna
fair,
do
Six
something.
health,
Bobby's
so-
gonna do something. It's there's all sorts of freedom for us. That
And
means
me.
there's freedom for Bobby too.
Terrifying.
oh
That's
yeah.
not good.
I will put it this way. I realized I didn't do the stats for the monsters or NPCs, and I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 monster stat blocks in like 15 minutes.
Don't like that. See, I don't like any of this. It's okay.
That means at
It's
any
fine.
point, if I need a monster, I can real easily go, oh, I use this. Hey, there, the monster. Done. And you already faced one of them, which was mechanically took me like a minute to make. But
Fine,
yeah,
it's fine. It's fine.
so you grab this little statue. With a success, unless someone is trying. Oh yeah, I love that piece of art of Theo. But with the statue grabbed, unless someone wants to try and spot it, at which point it'd be an opposed roll, nobody notices. And you guys can decide if everybody goes down the secret passage, if you send a sacrificial lamb down the secret passage.
I do want to notice Nissa grabbing the statue, but I want to give like a nod and like a
Roll a d20.
Like a
If you
thumbs
roll a
up.
12 or higher, you'll notice. Because that's what
I just
Nissa
want
rolled.
her to know that I support her.
I know you've literally described what red looks like, but I literally
16.
just imagine like huge trench coat, huge pair of sunglasses, completely like unsmiling, unexpressionless face,
Oh,
just being
yeah.
like, yes, from
Oh,
across
yeah.
the room.
Which is such an upgrade from Ember.
I'm just
Yeah.
imagining Carmen
picturing-
Sandiego, like full on.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
it's
little
just
bit.
Carmen
Exactly.
Sandiego.
Carmen Sandiego, but-
just expressionless
Yeah.
and sunglasses that are too big for her face, so she's just like, you
It-
cannot glean anything from that face.
Occasionally, I will take off my sunglasses, and there is just an eye patch, and then I'll put them back on.
Yeah, maybe it's just because of the eye patch, but I am picturing Undyne from Undertale as Red.
But yeah, so this is going to be a much more narrow passage. So the order in which people go is going to matter more.
I'm still a woodpecker,
Okay.
so no need to worry about me.
If no one else goes first,
Woodpecker's going to go into
first.
the taint. It's fine.
I would like as a ranger, I feel like Sarah would like to be somewhere closer to the front, so either second or third position for her.
I'll take middle, like a good fourth, close enough to
Oh.
cast a ranged spell.
Oh my God. There's a Carmen Sandiego episode where Carmen Sandiego was a pirate.
Send it, send it, send it, send it.
So
Calm down.
I
you go.
cannot.
there you go.
Yeah, that's red. That's red. That's it. We found it.
There,
Yeah, oh, it's
there's
the good
red.
Carmen Sandiego.
Oh, yeah,
too.
that's her. Yeah,
Yeah.
that really is. Yeah. Yeah.
The hat even always covers one eye. So like no one knows the eye patch is there because the hat's always
Yeah.
covering one eye.
Oh, there's a hat for sure.
But that hat, like that's the Carmen Sandiego hat, but flipped up, and there's just a white feather along the entire brim on top of having the one feather.
It's like a 80s feathered brim like
Yeah.
situation.
It's very good. It's very good.
Although I will say, if this is red, the free eye on Carmen Sandiego is the eye patch
yeah.
on red.
Yeah, for sure.
The episode was called Skull and Double Crossbones.
God, that's hot. Carmen Sandiego, if you're out there, where are
Oh,
you? But, like-
wait. I'm going to give you everything. Like it's everything you didn't know you wanted. Because now that I know the name of the episode. We have just a slightly better, but
Very good.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, that. I need to leave for a minute.
Okay. We're doing a show, right? We should wrap up our episode.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Oh,
fast,
no.
go fast, please.
You're all gay. I am
Oh my
too. It's
God.
cool.
I'm just hold on. I have to save this really quick.
I was trying to see
Save
if there was a
image.
bigger version, but
It's
just
fine. I can enhance.
in the power stance.
God, that's gay. I love her. San Diego. Sandio, that works.
Oh wait. Hold on. There's a bigger one. There you go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I want her to crush me with her thighs. She looks so large in this image. And
It's
I'm
a
obsessed with
powerful image.
like
but,
I
yeah.
feel like I would only go up to like her breasts, and it's the perfect spot. Sorry, what are we doing?
As you all make your way down the corridor, you find yourself in a hall of mirrors. That is where we are going to leave for next week, since it is
Cool.
9 minutes till game time ends.
Oh, cool. We love mirrors after the painting duplicates. What we
Yeah,
love is mirrors.
I know.
That's real.
There's
That's just
four.
great.
There's 4 places you could go, and you got them back to back. It's the Enchanted Mirror Maze.
LOL.
But
I go left.
thank you, everybody, for. Oh, you gonna run your hands across all the magic mirrors?
No.
Don't be a bad idea.
But thank
Party
you, everybody,
wipe in
for
session 2.
coming and hanging out. We will be back with session 2 next week, and Friday is a new episode of Weird Web.
Oh shit.
We have that, and then the one next week, and then we're on mid-season finale for the
What
final
the fuck,
season.
Bobby?
Mm-hmm. Whizzing along, guys.
We are. It's 8 episodes left.
Crazy.
8 sessions left of Weird Web. So technically 16 episodes.
My God, you're gonna have to kill off Irene quick.
Oh no. Whatever will we do? But thank you, everybody, for hanging out, for chilling